Hey, Suzanne, can you hear me okay? Okay, can you hear me okay? Okay, can you hear me? I am trying to figure this out. I can't see how to see who is in here or the chat box on my laptop. So, okay, perfect. I have to walk over to my phone to actually see. Okay, good. All right, well, good morning, everyone. I'm Allie, and thank you for showing up to practice with me this morning. Let's start in a seated position. I'm going to turn the volume off. Okay, good. Over here. Okay, we're all learning this new platform together. Okay, let's start in a seated position, wherever your legs are comfortable. If you want to sit on a pillow, if that's more comfortable. And take a few moments here to take your focus inward. You can close your eyes. Notice yourself being supported and grounded by the earth. Notice where your body makes contact with the earth. Notice your breath. Begin to take deeper breaths, more nourishing breaths. And check in what's going on in your headspace. What kind of thoughts do you have going around? Have you had this morning? Maybe some thoughts that aren't serving you. Imagine yourself just placing those to the side for the time being. You can even put it in a box or on a shelf and set it aside. Maybe you come back to it later, maybe you don't. And take a moment here to set an intention. When we set intentions for anything, whether it's our yoga practice or our life, then we're setting ourselves up to succeed, to get what we want out of that. I know for myself this morning, my intention was self-discipline. I know that when I am not disciplined, as I've not been, I have laundry everywhere, dishes, my house is a mess, and it doesn't feel very good. So today, I set the intention of being self-disciplined, and I got up and I meditated, and I set my intention. So do that right now. What do you need in your life today? What do you want to show up? How do you want to show up on your mat? For self-discipline, for me, it was not getting off my mat and getting distracted to get something to drink or eat, which I have been. So what do you need in this practice today? What do you need in your life today? Staying here for another minute or two, just breathing and imagining that energy or that what it is that you need, your intention being brought in with each and every breath, that you're nourishing the cells of your body with that energy you're bringing to your life today. If you have not already, begin to come into a deeper breath, a ujjayi breath. So you're breathing through your nose. It's an audible breath. Slight constriction in the back of your throat. It's an energizing breath. It sounds almost like the waves of the ocean. Allow your breath to soften the muscles in your face and relax your jaw. And then open your eyes when you're ready and begin to engage your core, your bandha. So on your inhales, pull the pit of your belly in and up towards the spine. Sternum lifts. On the exhale, keep the length in your spine. Keep that engagement. Inhale, pit of your belly in and up. On the exhale, keep the spine long, but maybe you find some softness in your shoulders and your face. Bring your arms out by your sides. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, chin to your chest, fingertips down. Inhale, look up, reach up tall. Exhale, chin towards your chest. One more. Feel grounded in your sits bones. This time on the inhale, reach up. And let's take an open twist. So my right arm is coming forward and I'm following my left finger, my gaze is following my left thumb to the back. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe twist a little more. Next inhale, come through center. Exhale to the other side. Stay here for a breath. And let's flow with that. Inhale through center. Exhale, gaze follows your thumb. Inhale through center. Fill up, create space. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Maybe this time your gaze goes a little bit farther. Your hand reaches a little bit further. Inhale through center. Exhale, twisting. Last one. Come back through center. Hands come down. And let's come into a twist, a seated twist. We're going to do a lot of more twist and flowing twists today. So extend your, if you're mirroring me, your right leg out, left leg in. Take your left arm, reach it up towards the sky on the inhale. On the exhale, twist. Bring those fingertips behind you. Inhale, other arm reaches. Exhale, grab the outside of your knee, or maybe even your elbow comes to the outside of your knee. Inhale, belly in and up, create space. Exhale, take your gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale, create space. Exhale, maybe your gaze goes a little bit further, your twist finds a little bit more. Next, inhale, bring it back through center, switch out your legs. You want to keep the foot that you have pressed into the earth, keep the big toe mound pressed into the earth. Inhale, create space. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reach your front arm up. Exhale, twist a little further. Inhale, think about lengthening through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist a little further. One more breath here, find something new. Next, inhale, bring it back through center. Bring your knees back in, come into tabletop position. Warm up with a few rounds of cat and cow on your own breath. On your inhale, you're going to lift your head, heart leads the way, tailbone lifts. Exhale for cat pose. 3 more rounds on your own breath. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Come into child's pose. Knees are wide. Stretch your hands out long in front of you. Inhale, pull your belly in and up. Exhale, let your chest fall to the earth, hips fall towards your heels. 3 strong breaths here. After your 3rd breath, come back through tabletop. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. And we're going to stay in this down dog for 5 breaths. So if you want to walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, go for it. Maybe this morning your body's just calling for stillness. Come back to your intention. I know mine, self-discipline, normally I would want to start wiggling here and my focus would go off, but just coming back to that breathing, self-discipline into my body. What are you breathing into your body? After your 5th breath, begin to walk your feet to meet your hands. Ground your feet into the earth. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Now protect your low back here. Pull your belly in and up on the inhale. Exhale. Let your chest get heavy. Maybe it rests on your thighs. Lift all 10 toes. Feel the 4 corners of your feet grounding into the earth. Release your hands and take with that feeling of groundedness in your feet and allow it to rise up as you come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Feel grounded in your feet, in your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips. Engage, pulling everything into the center line, belly in and up, sternum lifting. Take a few open twists here, just like we did in seated. So on the inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, gaze follows your back thumb all the way back on the exhale. Inhale, bring it through center. Exhale, gaze follows your thumb. Inhale through center. Exhale, gaze follows the thumb. This is giving you something to focus on, something to look at. You're not thinking about anything else. It's almost like a moving meditation. Inhale through center. One more each side. Maybe your gaze goes a little farther. Your twist is a little more exaggerated. Inhale through center. Last one. Bring it back through to center. Hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, look up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. Now just hold here for a minute. Think about everything hugging in, from your skin to your muscles to your bones. Hug in. Strong plank. Remember, knees are always an option. If your booty's dropping, you're lifting. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. And stay here for 4 more breaths. Your Ujjayi breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. I'm going to keep reminding you, come back to that intention, whatever you're bringing into your day, into your practice. Breathe that into your body. All right, next inhale. Step or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Doesn't that feel good? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back, and lower down. Upward facing dog. Don't rush through these. This is where the magic is. Downward facing dog. Next, inhale, step, jump to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale to reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Either step it back and lower, or if you're jumping back, come to low plank. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Stop here for 5 breaths. There's magic in the pause. We, a lot of times, are so quick to jump through and get through these sun salutations, but notice what happens in the pause. All right, on your next inhale, come to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, chair pose. Stay your hips low. One more breath here. Draw and create your fullest expression out. Inhale to rise. Take the tummy back, bend. Let your heart shine forward. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift on the in. Chaturanga, step back, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. On the inhale, warrior one. Step your right foot forward. Reach your arms to the sky. Now, if this doesn't feel good in your shoulders or your neck, take cactus arms. That can feel kind of good. It gives you a little more room to open your heart space. Lift it up towards the sun. Find softness in your jaw and your face. One more inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the left. The left foot steps forward. Shine your heart space forward. Find a place where you can feel good in this pose. What feels good to you right now? One more in. Exhale. Plant your hands. High plank, low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Next, inhale, step or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Uttanasana, make it your best cheer yet. Sit your hips low. If you want to get lower, here's a trick. Take, like you're holding a big beach ball, and reach it forward. Maybe your chest even comes to your thighs. Your thighs might be parallel to the floor. And then lift that ball back up, keeping your hips where they are. Next, inhale, rise tall. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right. Make it even better than the last. What can you do in this warrior? Maybe if you can find a little more softness in your front leg. Maybe you can, if you're grasping the mat with a death grip with your feet, lift through your toes, get grounded in the four corners. One more inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Next inhale, warrior one on the left. Rise up. Soften somewhere, maybe it's even smiling. That automatically softens anything that we do when we can find something to smile about. One more inhale. On the exhale, plant your hands, high plank. Exhale to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Hold here for 5 more breaths. Set your gaze. Come back to your intention. You can even fill in the blank, I am. And for myself, I am disciplined. What is your I am? All right, next inhale. Come into a crescent lunge. So you have options. Step your right foot forward. Now, traditionally, crescent lunge is you're on the ball of your back foot, reaching your arms up. Feet are on 2 train tracks. If your balance is off, if this is a little too much, you can take your back knee down. Nothing wrong with that. Wherever it is, I want you to get grounded. I want you to think, even if you have your back knee down, you're lifting from here. Everything's pulling in and up. Everything's pulling into the center line of your body. Whew, apparently I need my back knee down. And there's no shame in that. That's how I am many days. But set your gaze. Fire up the breath. We're going to take a flowing twist here. So if at any point in time you want to come to your back knee, go for it. So inhale, think lifting, everything, skin, muscles, bones, hugging in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, I'm going to have you reach up one more time. On the exhale, open twist, just like we did at the beginning. Inhale through center. Exhale, open twist. Take your gaze to your back thumb. That's challenging. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, we twist. One more each side. Bring it back to center. Step your back foot up to meet your front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now before we go into the left side, take a moment here, set your intention for the pose. Are you going to keep your knee lifted? What do you need to do to feel grounded? Think about the earth moving up, from your base moving up. How can you feel grounded? Create a picture in your mind. If you felt wibbly wobbly before, what are you going to do to fix that? Fire up your breath, hugging everything in. And on the inhale, stepping your left foot forward, crescent lunge. If you feel a little wobbly, you can always tiptoe your front foot out to give yourself a wider base here. I always like to think of the trunk of a tree or the root system. Wide root system, more of a foundation, less likely it's to fall over. So get grounded here. If we start twisting before we feel grounded, we're going to topple over. So start at your feet. Is your back leg activated? Front thigh is activated, both thighs. Press your front knee out towards your pinky tip. Belly in and up, sternum lifted. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, just because we did that on the other side. Inhale, reach up one more time. Exhale, twist. Take your gaze to your back thumb. Inhale through center. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Smile, it makes everything so much easier. Inhaling, twist. We have one more on each side. Make it your best yet. And your gaze goes farther than it has all day long. Bring it back through to center. Use your core. Bring your back foot up. Reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Stay here for 5 more breaths. Keep coming back to your intention. All right, step or hop to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up on the inhale. And Tadasana on the exhale. All right, well, let's come into some balance poses. I know balance is it's so important for every point of life that we're in, but especially times like now where we're on this rocky territory where we've never been before. And I know balance for me has been a challenge, but I find that the more I find on my mat, the more it shows up off the mat. So take a moment here, set your gaze to a non-moving point, maybe even a light, like I see the light on my microwave right now, the clock, and think about that, just like your inner fire lighting up. So set your gaze, and then go ahead and match your bandha, pulling everything in. Pull your belly in and up. Everything's hugging into the midline of your body. Then, using your core, you're going to lift your right leg up to tree pose. Now, we have lots of options. You can kickstand. You can bring your foot to your lower leg or to your thigh, but just don't press it on your knee. We don't want it on your knee. Now, set your gaze. And let's stay here for 5 steady breaths. After your 5th breath, if you haven't already, oops, and I'm calling out, make sure you can take your gaze up, reach up, take any other variation, and bring it back down. Let's do the same thing other side. Grounding down into your right foot, left foot, find your tree. Five breaths here. Come out or fall out. Just go with it, come back in, take your gaze up, and bring it back through heart center. All right, let's do tree one more time. And this time we're gonna make it a little more challenging. I don't look like I need more challenging, but maybe you do. We're gonna come into that tree and let's take that same open twist that we've done couple times. I'm stepping off my mat just because it's a lot easier to balance on harder floor. So everything hugging in. Use your bandha, your core, to lift your, well, if you're going the same way, right leg first, I'm going left this time. Now inhale, reach your arms up. On the exhale, take that twist. Now, maybe your gaze follows your back hand. I'm not, because I know right now in my body I will fall over trying to talk and do that. Inhale through center. Exhale the other way. Inhale through center. Exhale this way. And I'm just going to bring my foot to the kickstand so I can model it. Inhale through center. Exhale. Take your gaze behind you. One more each side. Bring it back through center and release. Good. And you can always come like against beside a wall just in case you need it. Don't use it as a crutch. All right, other side. So get your breath going. The minute I lose my breath is when I lose my balance. So that's why I'm not going into the full pose and twisting, because I can't talk and breathe and all of that at the same time. So come into your breath. Bandha pulls in, everything pulls in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale to twist. One more each side. Bring it back through center and release. Shake it out. And then go ahead and step your feet a little bit wide. About 3 feet is usually a good rule of thumb. Then your big toes come in, like pigeon-toed a little bit. But you're lifting the inner arches of both feet. Press out through the outer edges, okay? Belly pulls in and up. Reach up on the inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Come to your first edge. You should feel this in the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Maybe you let your neck dangle, get heavy, your arms, release all effort. Feels pretty good. Bring your hands to your hips, and a slight bend in your knees, come up with a flat back. And now we're going to do that same thing, but with a heart opener. So create a bind. I'm going to interlace fingers, but notice the difference. If I just reach back, you can see my shoulder. That's a closed shoulder. Now watch the difference. Like I'm going into backstroke. Reach back. See the difference? How that can really open my heart space. So do that. Take a little backstroke here. Interlace your fingers. Now inhale. Same wide stance. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Begin to fold. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Now try to come into the same fold that you did before you had the bind. It's your bonded that keeps you from rolling over, your core engagement. Take 3 more breaths here. See if you can really release a little more. Let your gravity just take control of your hands. Letting go of effort in your neck and shoulders, and your legs are strong, your core is strong. After your third breath, bend in your knees, use your core to pull you up with a flat back. Shake it out. Come back towards the front of your mat. Inhale, let's reach up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold in your down dog for a few more breaths. Come back to your intention. My mind, if it starts to wander, as it does even when I'm teaching, you come back, I am self-disciplined, I can stay focused, just nothing but the breath. All right, let's take warrior 2 on the right. So stepping your right foot forward, squaring your hips to the side. Now really feel like a warrior here, that I can give the name meaning. Warrior 2, where think strong warrior. Where can you find ease with your effort here? Do you have the death grip in your jaw or in your toes on your mat? Find ease with your effort. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Chaturanga, windmill your arms, step it back high to low. Inhale for up dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Warrior 2 on the left. Strong, strong warrior. Maybe you can come a little bit deeper. Maybe you get your front knee all the way to a 90-degree angle. Your knee is tracking your pinky toe. You don't want it caving in. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Feel the stretch all the way through your left side. Chaturanga. Step it back. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Take a moment here, check in. Come back to your breath. Now notice how this child's pose feels in your body. Notice if it feels more restorative, if your body feels more at ease. Come back to your breath, that strong Ujjayi breath. Come back to your intention. Okay, come up to your knees. So you come through tabletop and come to your knees. And we're going to take camel as a back bend here. And think about back bends as heart openers. So think about your whole chest opening, your collarbones opening up. And we're going to just take this one arm at a time. Now, some people like the full camel pose, and I can show you that's not one of the things that's safe in my body at this point in time, but if you practice that, go for it. All right, so let's start with the left side. So inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, and you can place your right hand to your low back, your sacrum, to give yourself support. And now reach your left arm back towards the back of your mat. You want to keep your hips stacked over your knees. And think about lifting from here, shining from your heart space. And maybe your hand reaches a little further back. Stay here and just breathe. Maybe your arm comes all the way around and your fingertips touch your heel. Now, if you're there and you want to go for the other side, like I said, I don't go into full camel very much, but you take your right arm and do the same thing. But your right arm, your right arm can lift now. You can keep your left hand there at the base of your spine, or reach your right fingertips towards the back of your mat. Staying here, or opening that shoulder up, fingertips reach towards the heel, whatever feels good to you. All right, next inhale, come back up tall. Exhale, let's come into rabbit's pose. So your knees are together. It's almost like child's pose, except your knees are together and your arms are down by your sides instead of extended long in front of you. Take a moment here as a counter pose, breathing into the back of your neck, across your shoulders. Allow gravity just to pull them towards the earth and get a release. All right, bring your hands back underneath and come to seated on your mat. And let's do a wide leg fold here. So just bringing your feet wide, whatever's comfortable in your body. You may want a larger stance here. Inhale, reach up, get tall. On the exhale, bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Now maybe your hand just comes down, maybe your whole forearm. Now, take an inhale here and open your left arm to the sky. If you want a little bit more, maybe you even grab your big toe. But think about your heart space lifting, opening up. Bring it back to center on an inhale. Exhale, let's go to the other side. So left arm to the inside of that leg. I like to use that as leverage. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Now you can stay there, grab your big toe. Inhale, create space. Exhale, twist. Now this should feel pretty yummy. Think about that this joy in your heart, your light is shining out to the world. Allow your face to smile, your heart to smile. Bring it back through to center. Take a forward fold here. So inhale tall. Exhale, you can walk your hands forward. Come to that first edge to place your body. Says, that's enough. Inhale, belly in and up, create space, tall spine. Exhale, melt a little more. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, melt. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, melt. Now you may still be close to a seated position. That is a-okay. Honor your body where it is. With each and every breath, find a little bit more. It might be minuscule, but every little bit is something. Next, inhale, walk your hands back in, rolling up. And bring your legs, if they're not already out, down the length of your mat. And let's do a couple of, little bit of ab work here. So we're gonna come into boat pose, but you're gonna come back onto your tailbone. There's a little sweet spot, but think chest lifted here. So before you come back, inhale. Tall spine. And now maybe you find that little sweet spot where you balance. Maybe you lift your legs. Maybe you come all the way here, wherever it is you are today. Now inhale here. Now, let's next inhale. We're going to go take it to low boat and then bring it in on the exhale. Inhale for low. Exhale, bring it in. Low. Exhale, bring it in. Low boat. High boat. One more. Now stay here. Place your hands to the outside of your head. Now you can bring your toes down. That's where I am today. If you can still keep a tall spine and boat, go for it. I'm going to bring my toes down, but I'm lifting. See, I'm still using my core. Now twist on the exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. Exhale to twist. One more each side. Bring it back through center and release. Give yourself a little hug here. Big inhale, tall. Exhale, hug. Almost like you're wrapping your body or with your torso around the wheel. Release. All right, let's take a single leg fold here. So, the right leg is extended. Left foot comes to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, slight twist to the torso. Chest should face your toes. Toes face the sky. Inhale, tall. Exhale, fold. Now come to your first edge. Mine's right here. That's where my body says, ooh, that's enough. Inhale. Think about lifting through the ground. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold, big chin to shin. And notice, if you just go right into it, your body goes, no, we're not doing that. With each breath, take it a little further. There's magic when we slow down and just allow the experience to happen. Not forcing it. Put your hands back in. Let's switch out your legs. Now inhale, tall. Torso, slight twist. Exhale, come to your first edge. Inhale, tall. Exhale, fold. Each and every breath create space on the inhale. Move into the space on the exhale. Next inhale, walk your hands back in. Extend both legs out. Let's take one more fold today. It's just a day of folds and twists for us. So with both legs extended, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Now a towel helps too. If you have a hand towel, you can use that to give yourself lift here. I'm just going to place my hands here. Inhale, tall. Like underneath, exhale, chin towards chin. Inhale, create space. Exhale, lower. Stay here for 4 more breaths and create something new in your body. Create space for something new. After your 4th breath, walk it up. This is sleepwalking arms here. Inhale, tall on the exhale, lower down. Take a big full body stretch. Stretch your arms over your head, over your toes. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. And let's get into an inversion. So at home, if you are a practitioner of shoulder stand, you can go there. I'm going to call waterfall with or without a block. If you do have a block or something that can be used as a block at home, you can grab that. Otherwise, just extend your legs towards the ceiling. Even if you have a wall around you, I think you can see here. You can scoot your booty up as close to the wall. This feels really, really good. You just have your feet up the wall. Or wherever you are, we're going to stay in this immersion for about 10 breaths. So coming into a waterfall with or without a block. Your legs are still active here. Feet are flexed. everybody will meet with our knees coming into the chest. And bring the soles of your feet back to your mat. Press up a little bit and bring your hips over to the left. And then from here, lift your shins up. Create a 90-degree angle in your knees. Extend your arms out as cactus arms to your cactus arms. Now inhale, belly in and up. Exhale, fold. Bring, using control, use your core. Bring your legs over to the right, your knees. Come to your first edge. Inhale. Exhale, allow your hips to melt. Inhale, bring it back through center. And exhale. Oh, wait, before we do that, lift your hips up, scoot them over towards the right, just gives you a little more room to work with. Inhale, belly in and up. Exhale, twist, legs come to the left. Maybe your gaze comes over to the right. Breathe here, find something new. I'm not sure if y'all can hear that loud sound, but it is my washing machine. I'm following through on my daily intention. Getting my house cleaned up. Self-discipline. Bring it back through center. Take a happy baby here. Bring your hips back to the center. And almost as if you're pulling your elbows or your knees in towards your armpits. Bring your elbows inside your knees, hands outside. Even hug the backs of your thighs. Flex your feet towards your shoulders, low back. Tailbone stays on the earth. And hips go from side to side. Bring your feet back down to your mat and take a moment to come into butterfly. Your soles of your feet together, right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. Take a moment here, take a deep breath. Notice the energy in your body. Listen, yes, you can hear me, but stay right where you are with your eyes closed. And just tune in. Just notice all those thoughts that were going on at the beginning of your practice. Maybe they're gone. Maybe you haven't even thought about them. Leave them where they are. And notice this energy that you created in your body, your intention. Are you bringing it to your mat what you want to bring to your day? No judgment. If you have a struggle with it, no big deal. You can set the intention to move forward with that for the rest of your day. Whatever it is that you're encompassing or manifesting in your body, that energy, just take a moment here and visualize that constant flow. Just the air you breathe in brings it into your heart space, flows down through your arms, through your belly, hips, constantly is flowing down through your legs and interchanging with the soles of your feet together, moving almost in a figure eight, that constant energy that you created. Allow that energy to move up to your face, maybe the muscles of your face are a little softer. And then release your hands and lengthen your legs out towards the end of your mat. Take a couple fallout breaths. Inhale big. Sigh it out. One more. Inhale big. Sigh out all of your effort. And from this place, one knee in to your chest and the other. Take your time. Rock side to side. And then come over onto one side using your arms, your hands like a pillow. And take a moment here. Acknowledge yourself for practicing. Think of something you know to be good and true about yourself that you're going to take with you from this practice. When you're ready, press yourself up to an easy seated position. Bring your arms out by your side. Let's take one last breath together. So inhale, scoop up all this yummy energy you created. Exhale, bring it to your heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love inside of you. I bow to you and say namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in and practicing. Feel free to message me with any questions, comments, and we will do it again on Thursday morning at 9 a.m.